Well, hello everybody. Let's see, we got Wigwag and Dwight from Curly Express that has been patiently waiting for the past 10 minutes. So, thank you guys for coming. I'm slowly getting used to how to get this to be a intro working properly. Uh, I survived the Snowmageddon. Uh, Annoyingly, it's been a little uh, been a little oh, hello there, Rick. Rick just wandered in. Thank you for coming. Slowly getting used to the how to do an intro and all that. Right now I'm using the stock StreamYard 30-second intro, but it's one of those things. I guess I have to start the intro first, then hit live, or go live, then live, which takes a couple of seconds off of it. So it doesn't start exactly at 30 seconds. So what my and also I also put it on Heat's Discord also. So that was I'm trying to figure out how to, start actually doing silly things like actual promotion. So that is where I am with that. Wound up buying something today, so it's not quite an unboxing. It's more like an unwrapping. It's also sort of kind of obvious what it is because it's in clear plastic. Um, I have already bought. I bought one about 1 year ago or something like that. So this is an actual. Well, hello, yeah, hello, High Plains Drifter and Dave at BNSF N Scale. We're starting to get people in. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I must have actually hit double uh, on the particular lamp and all that. Right now, what I'm using I got my lamp set up that I have for my workbench. Um, it's not ideal. It'd be nice if my original lights work with the cameras, because they're nice 4 foot. 4 foot long cameras and all that, or lights. But the lights that I have that actually that are currently working with the cameras are much smaller. They're about yay big, and I got two of them. And the controls on them are touch sensitive. And the one that says, it took me a minute or two to figure out exactly how to turn them on because you had three buttons. One was B for brightness, C for color, and T for timer. And I'm like, where's the on-off switch? And apparently it's built into the timer switch. So if you hit the timer switch once, it turns it on. You hit it twice, it turns off in 10 minutes, 20, 30, depending on how many times, up to an hour. So, and I must have double tapped one because all of a sudden I got half my light. So when I switch cameras, I guess I'll have to, turn around and click that light back on. But, it's sort of like a continuation of, that bobber caboose, which it's been taking, it's been taking longer than what the first one was. I think, so. All right. Now, another thing I got to see about doing is adding, not sure how to edit this StreamYard, but the ability to change cameras, rarely with hotkeys or something like that, which would be nice. All right, now we are switched over to that. We'll pop that out. And as you can see, the one side is slightly dark. All right. Now that I get the screen set up, all right. No hotkey for the camera change. Ah, nuts. Yeah, Rick, you do. If I remember correctly, you do use StreamYard. Interesting thing is that one thing that StreamYard does once a week is they have a weekly sort of a weekly get together with the founders of the organization, and they do take questions. Basically to figure out exactly what the schedule, what people are doing, and all that. But and any questions that they have, and every now and then they see. It's just a quick pick, and we now have full light. The other lights, I'm not quite sure if that would work. Let's try this. Let's turn on the lights I'd rather have on. They will have much more light, but yeah, as you can see right about here and here, there's the interference pattern. It's really bad if I turn around and actually, if I turn these off. You can still see the interference between the other lights, but these are, I want to say these lights are probably a lot more out there. But the thing is that unfortunately you get the interference lines and all that. So let me turn the other ones back on, and with a nice thunk, we'll get back to the normal lighting that doesn't have the interference on it. All right. So, all right. Well, let's put this out of the way for now. Right. And we'll do the unwrapping. Starting to look a lot more than look a lot like the original. The first, well, not original. The first one I put together. OBS to StreamYard. LED frequency. All right. Well, hello there, Boilermaker Rick. Thank you for coming in. Now, as I said, I bought one of these last year, and I got this from Aldi's. Not sponsored and all that, but as you can see, it's plastic wrapped, so it's not that much of a big reveal. All right. The one I do have right now, I want to say, is mostly set up for the smaller wood sizes that I have. Now, this is in the section from Aldi's, which is the seasonal one. So my assumption is that once the season is over, these will no longer be available. basically you have a whole bunch of small drawers and one big drawer which has all the dividers in it. Now these are black. The dividers I have for the first one are blue. Basically, after chopping these off and all that, and we could probably do that with so let's see. It's just a thing of turning around, clipping everything off. You don't necessarily need flush cutters. They're the nearest cutters that I had. And since they're plastic, it's not going to hurt them. And basically what they do is they can fit into the you get them on both sides. And then you can partition the individual, the smaller drawers. The large drawer is, well, a large drawer, no way to partition it. But, somebody, you could get a piece of cardboard or something in there if you really wanted to separate them and all that. So, let's see, put that there. Put this one there. And put this next to the other one, which is at my feet. I won't put it exactly in the same spot yet. Eventually I'll find a better spot for it. But there's some examples of what I got in the other one. Some of them are random bits and pieces like this. This one I think is more set up for siding that I have pieces of. I have other ones that are like this one has all the different these are pockets for flat cars, stake pockets. Most of them I don't have them. Here's one that has all the different decals or decals, depending on how you want to go with them. And this silver glue is done. So this is why I like the smaller ones. It's like, if it winds up being dried out or something like that, I only have a little itty bit that didn't survive. So that goes in the trash. Hello there, Mystic. Thank you for coming in. Seems that you snuck in when I wasn't looking. You got several. Don't use them enough. Not many times that I forget them in the drawers. That's why I like the smaller ones, because a lot of times the bigger ones have a tendency to, I don't use them fast enough. So they're more expensive with the smaller ones and all that. But if you keep on turning around and not using them and then they wind up drying out, then that's, in my opinion, starts actually being more expensive. All right. It looks like I might need some more. Well, if we go too far, I need to go grab another one. So go back, turn around. Go back to the and there's a nice fresh one. Just one of the things they do at the, like, seems to be they do at the food channels. They have the garbage can, the garbage can just out of sight, which is about directly under this. Right. Let's lightly put that on there. Let's not break the seal. Let's not break the seal until we need it. Okay, now I'm trying to think where we are on this one. Got the. All right, got the sides. It looks like we're ready to play with the roof. Now the roof for the bobber uses the same exact one that's on the 25 foot. And actually you can see where that winds up being. So you have to, in order to put it onto the bobber, trimming is involved. And trying to figure out where it's a good spot to trim. All right. Yeah, might be advantageous to trim it afterwards. So right now, let's see, how many did I put on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, looks like we're gonna need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go that direction. Now, Chris, who manufactures this kit, he has, as you can see, gives you plenty. Not as plenty as on the other ones, but definitely with this one, he gives you plenty of extras. My assumption is that a lot of people have a tendency to lose these because they are on the smaller side. Why, thank you, Mystic. Yes, they do. Oh, hello, John. Thank you for sneaking in on me. Yeah, from my understanding, this style of car was in the U.S., more 18th century. They weren't as common as the smaller trucked version. This one I'm actually planning on using as a maintenance way car because the boxes are still attached. Basically, I built this one to see how well the instructions were, and the instructions weren't as precise in my opinion. Actually wound up breaking one. Yeah, I broke one in half. That's why we have plenty of them. That's probably another reason why Chris gave a lot, because these are very fragile pieces. But yeah, basically these are just like there's 25-foot ones are not actually. They're not based on an actual prototype, but he took all the common practices and made his own fantasy version. This one is actually built and designed. Actually, you can see it better on this one. The LeBell, one of the LeBell caboose trucks, or bobber trucks and all that. That's why there's boxes underneath, because cabooses did hold tools for stuff. I cleared it off on this one. Maybe next time, but it might be a little bit hard, but I have seen them where they still retain the bottom piece, but the boxes are obviously gone. So I might do that for the next one. I have 4 kits, so I got plenty to play around with. All right, I got 1, 2, 3. And 4. But yeah, some of the pictures I've seen of this type, or close to this type, I want to say New York Central had a bunch of these little guys. I think Maine Central might be the other one, or Boston, Maine. Might make sense with Boston, Maine, because New York Central did own them for a while, but I'm not sure if it's at the same time period. Yeah, logging and mining railroads seems about hey, working water heater. That's good. No, I think the tree jokes are. It's one of those things. I think the tree jokes got. I don't know the origin, but I guess that. Good thing I did do another one, because that broke. Sort of like with Heath and very long unboxings, I guess. Basically, it was joked about it was taking too long and all that, and he sort of leaned into the joke. And I suspect Rick has done the same thing with the trees. Nothing wrong with listening in the background. That's one thing I probably should be doing more of when I'm watching live streams, is listening into the background instead of actually having my full attention on it. Because it is getting to the point where, in my opinion, is that I'm getting too overwhelmed with trying to keep on top of everything. Because there's a whole bunch of different live streams out there, and I think I'm to the point where I'm subscribed to enough of them that I could probably go 24/7, which is not healthy. All right, that goes away. That goes away. It'd be nice if this would be a little bit more silicone, because then you just bend it and then it goes away. But that is not. Thing is, I'm getting very low on white glue. However, I do have a new one. Yeah, so if we do run out, we do have a whole new bottle. And it looks like this might be stuck. That's another thing, is when Alright. Wasn't aiming that far, but okay. Alright. And it looks like this glue is starting to get old. That's another thing, is that I like the smaller bottles, because there's times that things wind up being sort of useless after a while, especially after it's open. Usually when they're just closed, you can use them for a long time. But once they get exposed to air, they start drying out and doing all sorts of fun things. Well, hello, Joe Rader. Thank you for sneaking in. Derail Daryl, hello there. Yeah, I guess it's number of people in the chat are getting to the point where I can't keep up on them as I, when I had a lot less people. And one of the things I gotta see about doing is getting I know John from Schuylkill River was doing it, but I guess he couldn't keep up with it. But coming up with different live streams and all that. And and I guess Tom Grassi, I think, is the one that started his own. Because I went and asked him and said, hey, where did you get this? And then he's like, he compiled it himself. So that's what I might wind up doing, getting as much people in the community. Maybe also cross-referencing the old one, because I know there's some that are there's some that are on the live stream that I can never see. There's one, I can't think of her name, but there's one lady that is over in Britain, and she does something that's like, well, during her time it's not considered late, but I'm still at work when she's live streaming, so I don't don't know who she. I'm blanking on who she is because of. That's. Did you miss anyone, Trackside Mike? I don't know. I don't know if I've missed anybody. All right. Yeah, this is starting to get chunky. And doing the roof, there's our markings where the markings are more for the 25 footer, not the bobber. But you can use them as a reference. And for the woman, I want to say her name is Kirkland. That name seems to be what's popping up in my head. I'm not sure how true that is. Ooh, wait, say that's upside down. For those who didn't hear me earlier, I did survive the snowmageddon. Only got about maybe 3 inches. But it was just enough to warrant not going out and driving the stuff. It's one of those things of if you don't have to do it, then don't do it. And that's what I decided not to do, is not to go out and drive in this stuff. Now, if I had a vehicle like most of the other Vermonters have, which are either 4x4s or Subarus, I might have ventured out. I have a small little Honda Fit, so it didn't make sense to go out on it. And one of the things I need to do, let's see. It's been a while since I've that's for, I think I just realized I made a mistake. I should have saved some of these for the roof walk, and I did not. So that's going to require a little bit of finagling, because I think, yeah, this is also for the roof walk. These are not going to be long enough for the roof walk. So we shall improvise. All right, that straight. These two are not. So we'll straighten those out. Straighten it from that end. And then straighten that out. And we'll square this off. And let's do the same thing with the shorter ones. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I wound up using them all, but oh well. So let's say we put that there. Line that up with the center. All right. Now for this one over here, line that up with right off the edge. And put the last two there. Did you mention play with trains, Daryl? If you did, I did not see. All right, Rick, thank you for coming in. Actually, who is doing Sidetracks Sunday this week? Since Rick is off to dinner, I'm assuming it's not him. Unless it's a very quick dinner. Oh, hello there, Dave. Thank you for coming in. It's one of those things of when I'm reading the chat, I got to make sure if I'm doing something, it's in front of the camera. All right. Now for that's upside down. Wondering why it was looking odd. All right, now okay, that I'd be a little careful not going too much. All right, let's see. Doing it that way, it's almost long enough. So start with these, and then cut that off, and then use that as the things that go down the side. All right, that'll work. Now, first things first, where we go, 2 nuts. Let us dial these down just a bit. Hopefully these are dried enough I can do this without knocking them off. Not all of them. Let's see if we can do it this way. Maybe, maybe not. I found a couple of clippings. I'm not sure how depth they are. And I'm still feeling the bump there, and it's not dried. And that's one disadvantage with glue, that, well, sometimes it's not dried when you're trying to do stuff. But I might have said this before, the instructions on this is, not, in my opinion, not quite perfect. They did a lot of copy and paste off of this, which doesn't directly, because of the trucks mostly, does not translate perfectly over to this. I think I did say what I was working on. Basically, I'm working on another one of these. This is a bobber boxcar from Congoino Models. This one I built as close to as per instructions. This one I have modified. I've taken off. These are built using LaBelle's bobber caboose trucks. Looks a little odd with the toolboxes on the bottom. So on this one, I took the toolboxes off. Also, another change I did is on this one, I had to modify it so the metal would be able to go through this. This I'm actually going to be seeing about weathering it as a maintenance away, where this is going to be still in service. Whereas this one, I clipped the wood so these would fit in. This I did the opposite, and I clipped the metal to making sure that everything was nice and flat. Another thing I did is this one I painted everything beforehand, which kept things relatively not twerking. I didn't have any problems with this, but then again, I think I did this in the summer. In the wintertime, I did these in the wintertime, and it's very dry. So every time I added glue, paint, or anything like that, the wood had a tendency to warp. Now on the tank car that I've done, we sort of wanted to do that on this, because this this wood scribing is flat, so you actually want to throw water on it to cause it to curl. Chris just came out with a 36 length version on it. Unfortunately, this is way too light, because this is around a solid dowel. It's one of those things of if you have a drill press or something to hollow, or actually, maybe even find a piece of plastic with the same diameter as the wood dowel, then you'd be able to fill this, because this is way too light. This is weighted. With this and both this one, I weighed them with aquarium rocks. Probably can get other stuff that's a little bit more weighted, like actual metal or something like that. But I wound up buying the bag so I can turn around and make sort of like a wood stream and stuff like that. And then also add stuff here and all that. So I have, as you can see, it's a pretty big bag. So that's why I'm starting to weigh my cars with that, because I got plenty of them. Okay, it's 4:30. Well, That means I got about 10 minutes left. And yeah, I'm three short of 100. And I am planning on doing a 100 subscribers giveaway. And what it is now, my giveaways I'm planning on are I want to say not scale specific. One of the things I wound up getting when I bought the Micromark lathe is they give you a pair of safety glasses. And as you see, they're still in the plastic. I'm not using them because I have prescription safety glasses. And this is what I'm planning on giving away. So once I hit 100 and stay at 100, I actually might do the giveaway next month at during the Cab Crew Wednesday thing. That might be a treat to add that, I guess. But that's a possibility. Now with this, let's see, we'll put that there. And we'll put that there. Because it's one of those things I don't think they might not have had the capability to make a piece of wood that long in one shot. I could be wrong. I mean, they could turn around and make pole beams, 6 inches in diameter. So I'm not quite sure if they could do the same thing with regular. I think these are 2x6s. All right, got that one. Go that as a set. And I'll bring this one up. Hello, Dave, BNSF N Scale. Thank you for sneaking in. All right. And one of the things with working with Zoom for so long, and so used to a much longer time delay between saying something and having it on YouTube. So I haven't figured out there. I'm not used to the time delay on StreamYard yet. All right, that set's there. And for the last set, and that's for that one. And that's that set. Keep them separated. And then save these for, put those over there, for the smaller walkways, which are over here. Another thing I probably should do, let me grab something to realize. I grabbed the wrong ones. I already had ones that were pre-painted, ready to go. And before I go too much, I probably should paint this. All right. All right. Now with these, pretty much like I've done with this, it's like on 1, 2, 3, which I want to say. Yeah, as you can see, they got the same thing with the. Yeah, they even use the 24 boxcar as the print and all that, but this usually is in just a little bit more, and the same thing with those. So we'll move that. Move those. This is where it's going to be cut. So we'll move them down here. Oh my. Well, it looks like the chat's gotten a little bit spicy. Not quite sure what's going on, but it seems to be gotten a little risque, I guess. You are literally derailed. Yeah, well, it's a warm up for Trackside Sunday. All right, gotcha. Maybe I should, make this as On Track Sunday. Daryl started it. All right. All right. That there. Well, with Heath not being here, we can't blame it on him. So I guess, Daryl, you're next. Well, Kyle, I would like to know what's going on. I would like to know what's going on also, but ooh, that's what I think I did wrong. I'm still on Top Chat, not on live. So that's why I'm missing stuff. I thought I had that first, but no, I'm on Top Chat, not on live. So I never did understand the why they have top and yeah, I would have to say, there's just some things you're better off not knowing what's going on. You just, nod your head going like, sure. All right, that needs to get that away. There we go. That was silly. And that's what I wanted. And I think what I'll do sort of off screen is paint this and then add to it. But it looks like about that time. Basically, what I'm trying to do is hello, Rail Artist. Thank you for sneaking in. The process of switching over cameras. So that means the camera's going to bounce because it's right now, unfortunately, attached to the backdrop. So there's going to be a lot of jiggling until I get ready to switch over settings and switch cameras. Ta-da! So, all right. Well, thanks for everyone for coming. For those who weren't here at the beginning, I did have an unwrapping. It's something that I wound up. It was an unwrapping, but the thing is, the wrap was clear, so it wasn't that much of a, ooh, what's in the box? It's sort of kind of obvious. It was a basically something that I bought at Aldi's. I bought the same thing last year, so this is my second one. It's basically a simple storage unit. Yeah, Tracksite Mike, thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things of trying to do a recap is a little on the hard side, because you got to remember. Wait a second, what did I do? Well, all right, thank you, Mystic. I do my best. All right. Well, let's actually, since I'm here, might as well switch it over to live chat. Actually, I think quote live chat and top chat might be going away because at least with mine, it seems to be the same. But all right. Well, it looks like Rick. No, actually, Rick left a while ago. Yeah, nice to be caught live. you know, but yeah, right now it's been about an hour, and that's interesting. It's the YouTube says there's one waiting for the schedule. It's like it's been on for a while. But yep, I'm getting ready to sign off, so people have about 15 minutes. We're ready for yeah. If you don't break it, don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's pretty much the way they go. All right, everybody. Thanks everyone for coming. Ray's on tonight. Okay. Yes, thank you for letting me know that. It's one of those things of I should, actually write down the schedule so I can actually turn around and go, hey, this is who's on this time. So thank everyone. Thank you for coming. I think the world needs more love. So find your passion, add some silliness to it, and spread it around. And thank you for coming.